Here it is, the only recap you need before Alien Romulus. No one should walk into Romulus without seeing this jaw-dropping piece of cinema, the one that started it all. Alien keeps things simple with an 8-foot extraterrestrial that bleeds acid, blends with its environment, and either eats its victims or transforms them into eggs capable of breeding more baddies. Ultimately, the alien sneaks aboard a commercial spacecraft called the SCSS Nostromo and spends the next 24 hours stalking and killing the ship's 7-member crew until only one remains, Ellen Ripley. The badass Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, Ripley destroys the Nostromo only to meet the deadly creature on the escape craft, leading to a terrifying confrontation that ends when our brave heroine blasted into outer space. James Cameron's action-packed Aliens remains one of the best sequels ever made, and a thrilling action classic in its own right. Picking up 57 years after Ridley Scott's film, Aliens follows Sigourney Weaver's Ripley back to the moon, where the crew of the Nostromo first encountered the Xenomorph. Except this time, our heroine arrives with a raucous band of colonial marines armed with state-of-the-art weaponry. The problem is that the colony called Hadley's Hope discovered the derelict spacecraft housing thousands of eggs, unleashing in a massive alien force. Ripley must head into the darkness once more to protect others, especially a young girl named Newt, ultimately facing off against a Xenomorph queen. One unique aspect of the Alien series is the constant presence of the mysterious Weyland Yutani Corporation, an overarching villain hell-bent on acquiring the Xenomorph for military purposes. Together, the two powerhouses manufacture androids, spaceships, and computer technology, and contribute mightily to space exploration. Unfortunately, they are also prone to putting their interests ahead of their subordinates, and seemingly threaten humanity more than the deadly alien organism. In Alien, the company sends Ripley's crew to investigate the derelict spacecraft on LV-426, knowing they'll encounter a specimen. In fact, they program Ash, the android, to ensure safe passage for the alien, even at the expense of his shipmates. In Aliens, Carter Burke directs the Hadley's Hope colonists to the same derelict spacecraft at the behest of Weyland Yutani, leading to the deadly outbreak, all for a percentage. Ridley Scott produced Romulus. So, some of the ideas presented in his divisive prequels, Prometheus and Alien Covenant, might make their way into the new film. Prometheus, for all its flaws, is one of the boldest science fiction movies in recent memory, even if the picture makes the critical mistake of over-explaining its lore. You may or may not remember the mysterious space jockey from the original Alien movie. Prometheus uses this plot element to craft a wild backstory about engineers, giant albino humanoids responsible for creating life on Earth. Thousands of years later, however, they decide to eliminate their creation, presumably due to our hubris. This is a story about a man who has a passion for science and manufacture a biological weapon, the Xenomorph, to execute their nefarious plan. Big things have small beginnings. Scott and his writers never fully reveal the Xenomorph's origin, but heavily infer that engineers designed the necessary ingredient, a strange black goo, required to bring them to life. Michael Fassbender's android, David, then unlocks the formula, creates the perfect organism, and uses it to unleash his wrath upon humanity. After destroying the crews from Prometheus and Alien Covenant, he gleefully ventures into the vast unknown of space, meaning he could potentially return. Alien Romulus installment sticks with a winning formula, including practical sets and creature effects, a straightforward storyline, and, of course, terrifying xenomorphs.